some say that, and I rechart the ship's direction as we go, but that's what I'm thinking in my brain as we begin, is we're going, and when I say focus on, I mean it will still be a part of all of the things that we do, but with um, a little bit more intentionality in the amount of time and the types of twists and balance we do today. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see what happens. Good morning. Good morning. Come on down. Make sure you have some blocks today. We will likely need them and want them in the twists or in the balance. And you're going to want a strap for the first little portion as well. So let's go ahead and get that, or a scarf, or whatever you like. Thanks for joining me this morning. Glad you're all here, especially those of you that were here last night, which I think is most of them. So that's very impressive. And we're going to change our focus from last night, which of course was very, very chill, to a little more invigorating this morning. So find your way back onto your back body. Let's connect our spines right down to the earth as we begin today. Let's connect our spines and let's connect to our alignment and our breath. So you might want to take your hands like a diamond and place them around your navel. Not only making that physical connection with your body as you breathe, but also just naturally placed so that when we come into the attention of our pelvis, those hands are already where they need to be. So let's go ahead and soften down our eyes and our face. Maybe you've been up for an hour or more. Maybe you've just crawled yourself out of bed. But regardless, let's arrive where we are here and now. So reconnecting or connecting with your breath and feeling expansion, widening, like your morning yawn, not just with your mouth though, but with your whole belly, with your breath, taking up some space. Big breath in, fill your abdomen, feel your diaphragm starting to work and wake up. And then breathing out and letting it all go. So again, let's do that with intention. So breathing in, feeling the spreading and widening of our belly. Again, so glad everyone's here this morning, starting our day off in a positive way, exhaling to let go. One more time. Big, big, big breath in. We have all of the space that we can use. And then your big breath out. Good. Let's let our head move from side to side. Thinking about all the space we can use. And, today I was supposed to be doing something else, but now that's been canceled because of the weather, which is fine. And then isn't it interesting how the brain goes quickly to fill up all of the spaces? I'm like, okay, I got to do this, then I can add to this, add to this. And then I thought to myself, maybe I could just let it be a day of feeling expansive, right? Of just letting whatever happens, happen. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to be uber productive or let's just see what happens. I don't know. Maybe I'll have that figured out by the end of this practice. Stretch your arms up long. And if there's anything you need to figure out by the end of this practice, any clarity you're looking for about your day or your life or what's going on in your brain, this is a nice time before we get moving to kind of contemplate that. Maybe setting an intention for what you're hoping to notice, feel, shift. Give breathing that space to. Big breath as you reach your fingers and toes, arch your back, and then exhale, as you let it go. One more time, big breath in, reach, reach, reach. And then let it go. Awesome. So right knee comes up to chest. Give it a hug. Bend your left knee just a little bit. Let's just start to rock that knee from side to side, and rocking the knee, but also rocking the torso. So let your whole body, or as much of your body as it feels comfortable, move with that thigh, with that knee that's rocking from side to side. So you're massaging your back, letting that movement just naturally unfold, massaging the low back by getting a little bit of movement through the hip. And you can start to make your rocks just a wee bit bigger, so as you kind of pull the left hand against the right knee, it becomes a little bit of a twist. but still in motion. You might also start to naturally send out your right arm. So as you exhale, left knee comes across, right arm reaches across. Oh, get the stretch. And then just come back to center and reset. So it might be an inhale as you reach or an exhale. In fact, let's do a few more, but your job is to figure out what breath pairs better with that twist. It's kind of like which one pairs better with this cheese. Might be different for each of us. Mine feels good with an exhale, but yours might feel better with an inhale. Just lubricating the joints one more time. Come to center and then open it up. Maybe hold that twist there. So we're going to focus on twists and balances today. Letting your right shoulder sink into the ground, your head turn to the right. And let's commit to taking a few expansive breaths. Breathe into your low back, into your belly, into your chest, anywhere else where you are noticing some tightness this morning. AKA everywhere if you're like me. And come on back. Go ahead and lower that leg down to the ground. Again, keep a little bend in your right knee. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Hold it in. And then just begin to rock side to side. First, remember we're rocking the boat. So we're not isolating it to just the knee or hip like I sometimes ask you to do. We're really getting a little bit of movement, a little bit of energy. And then you can start to just play a little bit more with pulling that or guiding that left knee over just a wee bit more. Might feel like you're trying to get those super tight jeans in on first thing, so be gentle with it. You might start to add the breath and add the left arm to extend out to the side too, right? So there could be a whole, ooh, just a little squeeze. Twist. Starting to inch it a little further. And is your breath in sync with your movements? Does your breath need to be altered at all? This is you kind of finding your groove. In the words of Madonna, get into your groove this morning. Let's do about 2 or 3 more. Warming things up, making sure we don't overstretch, overstrain, or injure ourselves. And then when you're ready, holding that as your twist. Holding that as your twist. So left shoulder blade inching to the ground, head turning away. A few nice deep breaths to arrive. Let's make some noise with our breath if we find that helpful. Okay, good, good. And then come on back to whatever center is for you. Whether you want to put your feet down or give yourself a hug or stretch yourself out, what does your body ask for before we start to bring ourselves up to seated? So maybe it's a little rock. Maybe your body says, yeah, no, that's not going to work today, and you can bring yourself up to seated any other way. Oh, I was going to use the strap. Kind of forgot about that. That's all right. We'll get back to that. So feet on the ground. You can be facing forward or the side. Just do a little pelvic tilting here. A little baby cat and cow. So rounding our back a wee bit and then lifting up through the chest. Maybe add the breath here. So exhaling and inhaling. Actually, I'm going to just angle myself a little bit here. But as we start to do this flow, I'm going to get you to start to open up your arms. So round your back, touch your knees, exhale. Inhale, open up your arms. Notice how my heels are on the ground. So it just gives a little bit of leverage. We're doing a little bit of core work here. Exhale and then inhale. If that feels like it's too much for your core, first thing, leave your hands on your knees, but use your hands less than you're using your core. Now, if you can, we're going to start to move a little bit here, a little bit of twist. So breathing in, just open up a wee bit on the diagonal, like maybe about 45 degrees. Inhale, lift. Once more, if that's a little too much for your upper body, just twist your torso. Lead with your shoulder, but leave your hand on or behind your knee. Do about 2 more on each side. So inhale, little rotation, but noticing the stability through the core. Exhale back. Inhale, little rotation. Exhale back. Do you feel that warming up in that center body? One more time each side. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Take both your legs straight out. A little bend in your knees if you like, maybe even a block underneath them or two. And let's go ahead and take our little stretch. Now here, if you still have your strap handy and you want to use it, you can place it along the balls of your feet. Just a little bit of assistance and focusing on feeling that release in your low back. Some of you might like that teeter-totter energy where we shift into it, or some of us might feel quite content just staying as we are. And breathe. So of course our core is incredibly valuable, imperative really when we're doing balance and twists. So we are going to be bringing a lot of attention into how our core helps us when we're doing some of these balance movements today and balance postures as well as twists. Okay, that wasn't what we were planning to do with our strap, but nonetheless, we'll come back and finish that sequence later that I had in my mind. For now, come onto your knees into your hands, have your blocks handy. You can face forward like I am, or you could just follow instructions and face side. It's very simple. You've all done this before, but if you're facing me, I'll use my teacher right, which is actually my left, so that it's easier to visually follow along. But if you're sideways on your mat, that's okay too. That makes sense. So take your right leg, your real right leg out to your side. So if you're mirroring me, great. If you're not, that's great too. We're going to do our gate sequence. So I've put my blocks in front of me, but actually you might want one over to the side. We'll see how that goes. So as you come up, let's get that squareness of the hips. As soon as we extend our right leg, of course, this natural tendency to cock our right hip comes up. So dropping it down, back toes are likely tucked, tailbone is dropped. So it's like that diamond on our pelvis. We're going to do a flow that's probably semi-familiar to most of us. So we're bringing our arms up nice and tall, softening our shoulders, and coming into closed gate. Okay, so these are some of the core muscles that are going to be invaluable when we're doing balance, which is kind of what we're moving into. Bringing our arms up as we breathe in. We can exhale our hand down. Now on the first couple of rounds, there might be a little bit of negotiation here to ensure that we are wrist, elbow, shoulder, everything in a nice long line. And then lifting the foot up. So here's some of our balance. Toes are pointed or ankle dorsiflex. You decide. But lift it up intentionally. Draw it back a little bit. And you can either have your arms straight up or overhead. It's going to be up to you. Either way, foot comes down. Inhale, rise. Really be mindful of that squared hips. Exhale into your closed gate. That's it, Beth. Inhale up nice and tall and maybe challenge your balance by looking up, because that does challenge your balance. Exhale your hand down and inhale into your balance. And we'll just hold for a moment. And again, it can be dorsiflex, pointed toe, arm up, arm down, you choose, but just hold the balance. Squeeze the bum, open the heart. Okay. Take a break, hands down, square the hips, inhale up. We'll do it 4 times in total. So this is third, working with our balance, twist or side bend. Come up. I'm not super concerned about when you're breathing, just as long as you're breathing, finding your balance, right? Use the strength in that outer hip, draw the leg back, feel the core engaged, and once again, you decide, but feel how hard this is to hold up. That's round 3, back to the ground, square the hips, inhale, exhale into your side bend, inhale back up, and find the earth. And last one here. Now on this one, we're really going to focus that our neck and head is in alignment with the rest of the spine. Hand might be on the hip or in the air or overhead. But either way, let's go ahead and do 5 lifts. 1, 2, so working that hip. 3, working our balance. Maybe one more. Hold for 5, 4, a little higher if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Foot comes down. Walk your hands in front of you. So again, they might be on your mat or in front of your mat. We're going to go into our twists here. So have your left hand, or sorry, actually make that your right hand a little further forward than your left. Weave your left arm through. Now, some of us might just like to rest in the twist, and that's perfectly acceptable. But if we'd like to make it an active, flowy twist, and I'm actually going to use my block underneath my right hand, but that's just an option. Gets you a little higher. As you breathe in, reach your left arm up. It might only be out to here. That's fine. We want to really not strain through the groin. And then as we exhale, send it through. Okay, from there, bring your right arm up. You can do that 4 times. Remember, you can rest as well. Right hand down. Inhale, release the left arm as far as you can go without force. Exhale, weave it through. And either rest or, if you like, inhale the right arm up. And exhale, lower it down. Once again, inhale, this is round 3. Left arm rotates up. Exhale, it sends through. Rest the head and neck. Maybe inhale that right arm up. Oh, yeah. Exhale, bring it down. If you're following my breath, I don't insist on that, right? Only if it works for you. Breathe the arm up. Inhale. And exhale, send it through. And go ahead and bring that right arm up into the air. Okay, now as you release, bring yourself back to your hands. Go ahead and bring your right leg, and again, you can be in any direction. Bring your right leg up and behind you. Let's just do a few little donkey kicks here. This is your right leg. Just little pulses working through the glute. You're really strengthening up that side. Nothing wild and crazy. And then move into some circles through that hip to release. All while maintaining, maintaining good pelvic stability. Change directions. Creak, crack, crack, snap, crackle, pop. Anybody else? Just me? And then rest. And rest can be untucking your toes, sliding your body back to a child. It could be down dog, or it might be some cat and cow. Or it might even be a little vinyasa, if that feels like your rest today. This is when you get that opportunity to check in with your body and what you're feeling your need is. All right, awesome. So from your rest, when you're ready, when you're done your rest, you're going to come up and take your left leg out to the side. Now, if you remember the block placement, you might want one in front of you for later on and one to the side as we prepare for the gate flow. So hips, toes here or here, tailbone dropped. Big breath in as your arms come up and above your head, but your shoulders relax. And then taking it into your side bend to the left. So let's not only focus on how much stretch we get here, but how much strength we maintain through the pelvis, because that's how we prevent our injuries, right? It's through that glute activation. Inhale the arms up, keep your shoulders soft. Exhale down to the ground. Remember the first one or so, we're really focusing on that alignment piece. Bringing the arm up, we're holding our balance. So maybe our leg is lifted, our toes are either pointed or dorsiflex, and maybe we're bringing our arm on, maybe we're not. You decide, but make your commitment for all 4 rounds. Okay, come back down. Inhale, rise up, shoulders relax. Exhale into our side bend. Inhale, arms up, but relax. Exhale, find the earth. And inhale, move into your balance to hold, just for a tick. Good, because sometimes when we move through things too quickly, we really don't get the essence of what the challenge is, right? Moving balance is usually a little easier than holding still in balance. Because you're like, oh, I'm only here for a quick little second. But here we hold it long enough to feel, to work, to activate. Good. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up, shoulders relax. And then exhale and hold. And how are you holding? How are you holding? Nice, still working. And then lower and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, way to go, work that core. 1. Walk your hands down and through the front. Okay, so get yourself settled here. And this time, again, it will be the right arm. So inhaling that arm up might feel very different on this side. It sure does for me. Exhale, reach through, rest your head. Remember, you can stay here or you can inhale your left arm up and exhale it down. Inhale, bring that right arm out to the side. And just be very aware of where in your body, inhale that left arm up, you feel the resistance, right? Where is that tension coming from? Where is that tension coming? Is it in your hip? Is it in your back? Is it in your shoulder? Is it all of the above? With no judgment, just noticing, okay, that's where my body seems to be responding by holding stress this morning. It's gathering information. Last time. Ah. Okay, as we come back through to center, you're going to take that leg that was out to the side and just do a few little raise the roofs. And then a few little circles with that right leg or left leg. I'm just going to move over here. So nice. And then the other direction. Good. So that's some great twists there. Take your stretch back in your child's pose. And then as we rise, let's go ahead and come up. And I'm going to I'm going to continue to use my opposites, or I'm thinking out loud here. So tuck your right toes under and bring your left foot forward into a kneeling lunge position. So very aligned. You want your knee underneath oh my goodness, your ankle underneath your knee. And in your back leg, your knee underneath your hip. So you're feeling very 90-90 here. The 90-90 is very helpful when we're going to be rotating because it creates a little bit more stability. So we're going to build a sequence, slow, okay, slow, nothing rushed. Starting by bringing our arms up and above our head, we're going to move into boomerang. So I think we all know boomerang. So in this case, the right arm will come forward simultaneously to the left arm going back. As we do that, we're feeling very active in our back body so that we're not slouching or closing. So you'll be rising up on your inhale and opening up with strength on the exhale, maybe looking behind you. Notice how that creates an element of balance. Inhaling your arms up, exhaling them down. That 4 times, three more. Inhale up, exhale, rotate. See if you can look behind you very intentionally. Keep your jaw soft. Inhale up, and exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, feel the shoulder blades move. Inhale. And exhale. And last one, inhale. Gives us something nice to focus on. Exhale, to concentrate on. Inhale. And exhale. Now see if you can put your hands on your hips without moving too much like I just did. I might have a little readjust. And play around with the possibility of getting up from there without using your hands. See if that happens. If it doesn't, it's all good. It's all good. We're going to open ourselves up into our warrior two. Now I realize you've got my back here, but we're going to be moving through a few different planes of movement. As I said, twists and balances today. So I'll get my way back to you. So your right foot is back, your left foot is forward in your warrior two. Let's bring it into a sun warrior. So getting our reverse warrior as we breathe in. And then as we breathe out, let's cartwheel our hands down, lift our back heel. I'm actually strapping my other blocks here because I appreciate having them there. Coming into your low lunge, so your back heel's off the ground, and then your left arm is coming up to your twist. Lower the hand down, pause. This could all be done from your knee. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, sun warrior. 4 times is our number. Exhale those hands to the ground as we simultaneously lift the heel, square off the hips. Inhale that left arm straight up. Look up if you can. Exhale the hand down. Bring it back to warrior two. So that's a good movement, but not too fast. Sun warrior, reverse warrior. Low lunge, lifting the heel, squaring the hips. Inhale that arm up. Nice. One more time. Touch the ground, back foot down. Push yourself up to warrior two. How graceful and strong we can still be while moving slowly. Sun warrior. Straddle the front foot with your hands. Square the hips. Inhale the arm up. Way to go. Way to go. Now as we release, hand down, you can slide your foot in a little bit so you can come up to stand. Okay, so this is your right foot that's back. I'm going to turn to face you, okay? But you can stay at this short end of your mat. Slide that right foot up so that you have your knee floating in the ground or in the air. And if you needed it, you could always have your foot on your block. Grab a hold of that knee with your right hand, and let's go ahead and open and close. Now, again, mind-body connection, balance. Can you bring your opposite arm open at the same time? Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can you reach back with your right hand to find your foot or ankle and either simply hold a quadricep stretch, which is fine, or just a little bit of a dancer. And I say little bit because we don't need a big back bend here, but just enough that you're tipping your body weight forward. You might have a little bit of a bend in your left knee here. Nothing wild and crazy, just playing with balance. There might even be like a little teeter-totter tipping here as you play with the balance. Good. Yes, working that left foot, maybe just a little bit more. Fantastic. Release. I'm coming back to the front of my mat. Stand in your mountain pose for a moment or two, just recalibrating yourself, taking a breath. And let's do a flow sequence before we, I was going to say tackle that on the other side. That doesn't sound very peaceful, does it? Before we negotiate with that on the other side. So big, beautiful breath in. Bend through your knees and dive your body forward. Hands to your shins to a halfway lift. And then exhale, step or hop back to plank. So we'll do our Surya Namaskar A, just a few rounds. Knees or toes, lower down. Breathe in, open up your front body. And then breathe out and find your way back to your down dog or child, where we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. You might take your right leg up to a 3-legged dog. Step that right foot through your hands, nice and quietly but stably. Step your feet into your fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your fold. Bend your knees, rise and shine all the way up, maybe even back. And exhale your hands to your heart. That's Surya Namaskar A. Let's do it again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to the ground, step or hop back into your plank. Lower your body down. Rise up, strong back. Breathe out to down dog or child. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes up if you want it. Big breath in. Step it through. Find your way into your fold. Inhale up. Exhale down. Rise and shine. And bring your hands down through to your heart. Take a moment. Okay, hands to your hips. Let's go ahead and step our left foot back. Okay, see if you have the ability to slowly lower yourself down, left knee to the ground. Angles, right? Ankle under knee, knee under hip. Core strong. Inhale both of your arms up. Do you remember? But keep your shoulders soft. Exhale and rotate. Your right arm moves behind you. Your eyes look over your shoulder. If possible, go slow and focus on the movement of your scapula. Inhale your arms up to center. Exhale, lower down 4 times. Really thinking about mechanical type movements. Inhale up. Mechanical, but still with grace, but very controlled and calculated. Woo! And hopefully not as wobbly as mine. Inhale up, and this is working that thoracic spine's movement and your core stability to control. Inhale up and twist. And rise. And release. And let's do one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. And exhale, release. Way to go. Hands again, away from the body if possible. Hips if you need to. See if you can bring yourself up. And then opening yourself into your warrior two. Right? Make any alignment shifts you need. This is when you might want those blocks around you. Okay, so we go into our reverse warrior. This is our twisting flow. Exhale, bring the hands down, lift the back heel, square the hips. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale down, back foot to the ground, push and bring yourself up to your two. There we are. Rise your front arm, inhale. Exhale your hands down, lift the heel, square the hips. Simultaneously, that's happening. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale down, find the root through the back foot, then push yourself up. Take it back. Gracefully bring your arms down, square off the hips, hug the thighs, inhale the right arm to the sky. Last time, hand down, foot down, push your body off. Take it back with a nice breath in. Bring them hands down, lift the back heel, square off the hips, right arm comes up. And release. Okay, bring yourself up again to standing. We're going to do our best to slide that foot in. Once again, I'm going to face you just for the sake of simplicity for you. Bring that foot up. Again, it can be resting on your block or above, but really noticing alignment here. We're going to open and close. So open and close. That opposite arm, opposite leg. Really working through that hip. Very good. One more. Nice. And as we come through the center, see if you're able to pick that foot up. Keep the knee pointing to the ground as opposed to moving out to the side. Little bend in your stabilizing leg. And once more, perhaps you're just holding, which is clearly hard enough as it is. Or tipping forward a bit, just a bit, into a dancer preparation. And it might be for you a little bit of movement. This is where you get to play and figure out where you're at. It's tough. I'm struggling with it myself this morning. It's a tough balance. So do your very best to work with where you're at. Play around a little bit. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Come to the front of your mat. I'm just going to have a little sip of water here. And let's get ready to do a wee bit of flow. We're going to take the sun salute that we just did, um, weave in what we just practiced with our rotations and our balance, and kind of create our, however you want to refer to it, maybe a peak flow or a consolidating flow before we finish with that strap for some good hamstring stretches that I wanted to do at the beginning. Okay, so rooting down first. Excuse me. So twisting and balancing is our theme for physicality. Inhaling those arms up and above our heads and bending through our knees as we exhale and we fold. Come up to your halfway lift and then exhale as we fold. Now let's go ahead and step ourselves back into plank. Okay, from our plank, we're going to drop our right knee to the ground, pivot on the right knee, and go ahead and reach that left arm up. So we've already been here, right? We've already been here. And we're going to do a little bit of core flow as well as some balance here. So reaching the arm up, reaching the foot up to point your toes. Let's do our goddess crunches to work the core. We're going to do 6. So that was 1, 2. Even this is balance, right? 3. See if you can synchronize your breathing. Elbow to knee is kind of your target. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now bring the arm up and the leg up. Remember how we did dancer's pose? Let's go and do our fallen dancer's pose. So pushing the foot into the hand, the chest opens, maybe the eyes are up. Your right toes can be tucked or not. Totally up to you. 3, 2, 1. Release it. Turn to face the earth. You can fold your plank or you can stay on your knees. It's up to you, but let's lower ourselves down and bring ourselves through for our up dog or our cobra. When all is well, push your body back to your downwards facing dog. Enjoy that downwards facing dog. Bring your right leg up to a 3-legged dog. And if you like, bend your knee. Go ahead and step that right foot through your hands. Place your back foot down as you would for warrior 2 like we've done. And bring yourself up for your warrior 2. Now, what pose, I'm going to sound like a teacher here, what pose do you feel like we're preparing for based on what we've done? Core, stability, back leg up, half moon, right? We haven't done this one together since we've started. I don't think, maybe once in a couple months. It's a really tough posture. Some people really enjoy using the wall. Otherwise, blocks are going to be your best friend. So bringing our right hand down, I'm using a block in front of your right toes. I'm just going to back up a wee bit. Don't have to be worrying about gracefulness here. See if you have the availability to bring that leg up and lift and lower it a few times. Notice how the leg I'm standing on has a bend in my knee. And like I said, the wall here, honestly, it's not cheating. It's like your best friend, even just having your bum cheek up against there. I'm hitting my plant, my poor plant that I barely keep alive as it is. And so this is your half moon. Look at me, up against the wall, right? My left, well, it's my t-shirt right, glute is against the wall. My arms are up. So if this is where you're at, do it. Hey, if you're falling all over the place, your body's not getting it, just relocate, right? Reapproach. Otherwise, let's see if we can hold it here. And you can absolutely do the sugar cane. I don't think I have it in me today to bind the foot, your cough. But either way, let's see if we can hold it for 5, 4, 3, wherever you're at in your pose, 2, 1. Good. Turn to face the ground. Step that left foot back out again. So you're in your lunge. Have your hands on the inside of your foot and lower your knee. Untuck your toes. Let's find our lizard pose. So your right hand or your right foot is forward. Your left knee is back. You can do elevated pigeon. Oh my goodness, lizard. Or you can come right down to your forearms, but have some time to rest the hip. Stay for about 4 more breaths here. And then because we're focusing on twists, how's our time? Oh, it's great. If you would like, this is a big one. I'm not sure I have it in me, but we can give it a try together. Heel toe the right foot wider. Turn your toes out so that hip is really open. You can come down to your hand to the blocks. I'm actually going to do double blocks and use my forearm, but coming down low as much as you can on the left, bending the left knee a few times. Again, I'm not optimistic that this is going to happen, but it might for you. You can even turn your pelvis a little bit if you need to, like dropping that left side. Seeing if that right arm happens to be able to come back and without pain or strain, finding a foot. It's a big one. Maybe, maybe not. If you've got it, head and neck, pull back, softening your breath, holding for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting it go. I don't even want to know how that went. Bring your right foot back through to center. Tuck your toes. Let's finish with down dog, flow, or child. So go ahead and push your body back to your down dog. This could be a rest in child, or it could be another flow coming into plank, knees or toes, lowering down or simply lowering the hips, untucking the toes, lifting your chest, and then taking your break, whatever your break looks like and feels like. I don't know if you're all on the same train I am, but this to me is one of these practices today that it feels very tight in my body, but I know it's for a good reason. I guess that's the point, right? When your house is extra dirty, you got to clean a little more. All right, up we go. Hop, step, or walk up to the front of your mat. Let's do that on the other side, and then we're pretty much on the home stretch. Literally. Round up through your back. Take that breath in that resets you intentionally, and the breath out that brings you to your mountain pose. Alrighty, let's see if I remember that. Inhale, arms up, head. Exhale as we forward fold. Actually, I'm going to do this from the other side, just so I can see you when I do that balance flow. You can see me halfway up, all the way down. Step or hop yourself back to plank. And this time we're dropping the left knee, pivoting on the left foot, and coming into your side plank variation with your right arm up into the air. So that's how we should have landed. Let's go ahead and do our goddess crunches. So as we are ready 6 times, trying our very best to open up the hip, constrict or contract this side core area or obliques. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Hold it. See if you have the availability to grab the foot. Open up the chest, lift the chin. Let's get that. Whether it's a back bend or simply a hip opener, it matters not. It's all moving in the right direction. Three, 2, 1. Release it. Turn to face the ground. Either have a rest in child or go through in your flow, down, up, and back, dog or child. Take a stretch. If you did 3-legged on the other side, it will be your left leg that comes up to 3-legged dog here. Way harder on blocks. I'm sliding. Step that left foot through. Back foot finds its way down to the ground and bringing ourselves up to our warrior 2. And this is, of course, preparing us for, again, our half moon, mimicking what we've just done. Please bring yourself to the wall if you anticipate that's going to help you. Otherwise, bend a little more richly into your left leg. Bring your left hand to the ground or to the blocks. play around with elevating the leg, and I can't emphasize enough it. Try to have hip over hip. I'm gonna go to the wall myself because that's where I am today. Hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, head and neck aligned. Lift the leg as much as you're able. And wherever you're at, once you found it, let's try to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, square back to the ground. If you need to move back to your mat, move back to your mat. And step that right foot back as you lower the knee down. Get ready for the lizard. Heel toe that left foot out. Maybe again, sit tall, right? As I'm demonstrating here, you might get more out of the stretch by not straining your way to the ground. So understand where your limitations are. Work with them rather than against them. So that being said, you can take your left foot a little wider, turn your toes out more if you want to get that rotation in here too. Maybe you don't. If you're working to the rotation like I did, you could stay up high or you could stack your blocks and come maybe down to the form, but it's also okay to have a little more room east to west if you're trying this bind. It's a lot. So once you've got comfortable, you're not, tight and resisting your hips. Feel like you're kind of pushing the chest to open. Bend and extend the knee a few times. It might be more successful on one side. Again, permission just to turn your hips today, just to access this, reach the arm back. See if maybe you can find something to hold on to. Find someone you can hold. I won't sing. Oh, that's a cramper. That's what I get for trying to sing. Best as you're able to, holding, holding, holding. Better than I can, maybe, hopefully. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Feel that? Let's bring it in and sit your bum down. Bring the soles of your feet together and just round through your back. That was a little bit of a new one, wasn't it? And we're going to finish with some strap work that I promised at the beginning and forgot, which was for our hamstrings and hips. So it worked out all right. So knees together as it always does, right? Roll yourself down. Go ahead and take your right foot up in your strap and come on into your hamstring stretch. Actually, let's make it a moving hamstring stretch first. So experimenting with bringing the leg across and open. So I hope that did the job of a little bit of challenge today, but also a little bit of relief and release. So fine, let's do an IT band stretch first. So bring that leg across. Opposite arm comes out. Really explore where the sweet spot is for you. Tomorrow morning, functional fitness. Tomorrow evening, deep stretch. Friday, for something a little different, we're going to do a 20-20-20. So it's a little bit of everything. We'll do kind of 20 minutes of some cardiovascular type movement. Open up that stretch. 20 minutes of some strength. And we'll focus, I think we'll focus more, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But it'll be very focused. Like we're either going to do core or shoulders or something. So like medium-sized weights if you're bringing any. And then 20 minutes of a good stretch. So it's just a fast-moving little fun Friday fiesta. And then Sunday night, we're going to do a full Nidra if you're around. So a nice 40-minute deep meditation relaxation, switch legs. And that's our week. That's our week. Again, movement here. Thinking ahead to next week. I'm not teaching Monday and Tuesday morning. I'm actually going to be actually, there's a few days. Next week's a funny one because I'm teaching in Etobicoke for a bit, and then I have a big appointment in Toronto that I have to be down there for like 6 a.m. and like fast. And anyway, all this stuff's going on next week. So next week's a little different. Find your IT band stretch. Hold there. Next week is our last full week of February. Thank goodness. Bring on the springtime. Find your sweet spot. And then maybe just as you like, right? There's whenever your body is giving you the clues and cues to change things up, go ahead and do it. And if there are any other stretches, maybe you want a happy baby, a bridge, a shoulder stand, a wheel, whatever your body would like, you can deliver that now. Do what you need to do and then settle into your version of a little rest in Shavasana. I'd like to share some thoughts to send you on the way for your day today. So go ahead and get comfy cozy. Find your breath. All right. Let's read about worthiness today. Third chakra, because we worked on that a lot with our twists and our balance and our core. So this is all about our yellow. It's about our solar strength. It's about our integrity and knowing who we are and knowing that we are deserving. And so this reading is called I Am Worthy. Why would I let someone else define whether I'm acceptable or even lovable? I fall into this trap from time to time, and when I do, I remind myself to come back to me. I remember to be kind to myself, to take time for myself, and love myself. I am worthy of all of this. I need nourishment, fulfillment, and love. I am a divine and magical creature. I am worthy of time, appreciation, and respect. I stand in my truth and know that I am deeply worthy of all that I want and desire. I meet these needs within myself. I honor my worthiness, and I show up in the world from this place. I create space to be still, to listen to my heart, to fill my soul, and to be renewed and rejuvenated. I am worthy of great love. And there you have it. Your words of wisdom for the day. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. All right. I am worthy of a shower. That's what I need to do. Thank you, everyone, for showing up for yourselves, for joining and creating community, and hopefully bringing a little bit of ease to your body, to your day, to your brain. Namaste. Go in peace. Let's stay cozy today, and hopefully no one has to go anywhere too far or shovel anything either.
Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome. Goodbye, Beth, Francesca, Marie, and Christine. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys soon.